Hey guys, Sammi and Cebu, Sri Lankan Sammi, join me today as we get my visa extension. So I am now into my second month. So I got my initial 30-day, my 30-day free entry. Then I did a 29-day extension, which cost me, I did a video on that before. Today, we're going to go to the Gaisano Mall in Lapu. Okay, not in Cebu City, in Lapu. And we're going to get our third and fourth month, and most importantly, get the ACR, Alien Registration Card. This is the card you need to open bank accounts. You need to set up your GCash, whatever you need that ID as like a permanent ID card. So it's good for a year. You have to get it. There's no choice. You have to get it once you pass 60 days or 59 days. So make sure you come to the Gaisano Mall. They all know, just look BI, Bureau of Immigration, Lapu. This one is a lot faster than the ones in Cebu City. I found it very convenient. Join me, why don't you? We'll see you right after this.
Hey, I'm Sri Lankan Sammi. Let's talk about life after 50. Real talk, no BS. How I went from Canada via South Korea to now chasing my forever home in Southeast Asia. Join me for this next chapter.
All right, guys. So as you come in here, you're also going to notice that there is a lot of Filipinos here because it is the Social Security office as well. So we'll see you inside. So as you can see, behind me is the Social Security office, and then the immigration office is to your right. As soon as you walk in through this door, just come straight through here. Get your paperwork over there. Then you go inside. So you get your paperwork at that man over there. You go in, you fill it out outside. You go inside, and you get taken care of. So it is now 1:12. Let's see how long it takes me to get this done. All right, guys, and I'm done. That's it. It is 1:26. I came in at 1:12. That's 14 minutes. And I got it all done. I am now extended till the end of January. Now, it's going to take me 2 to 4 weeks to get my card, because I guess they have to process it in Manila. I don't know. I have no idea. But they said they will message me and let me know when it's ready. Could be anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. But yeah, whatever. That puts a little wrench in my plans that this month I would get my ID taken care of. It's probably going to have to be done early December. So there are a ton of signs up here. And the one thing that you need to be aware of is that you must keep your receipts, because they do not stamp your passport anymore. With the extension, they put it on the piece of paper. All right. If I can, I'll post a little picture of what it looks like here. And well, right here. So what they do is they have inside, I want to take pictures in there, but inside they have a whole list of, and I'll post that right here, the prices, so you can see what it costs you. Now there's two important things you must remember if you're coming here on a tourist visa and you're extending beyond 6 months. Number one, you must keep all the paper receipts because that has your visa stamp. Now, the other thing is take a photograph of that. Keep it with your passport. When you come back, you must bring the passport and that receipt and the previous one. You have to have all of them. Okay, even though it should be in their system, you still have to bring a piece of paper. Doesn't make sense, but it's their country. We follow the rules. You also have to take that to the airport when you leave. Now, the second thing, and this is really, really important, there's been a lot of confusion about this, okay? And that is, I'm going to post it right here, the picture, about the exit clearance certificate, the ECC. There's been a lot of confusion. If you are here less than 6 months, 5 months, 29 days, you don't need one. between 6 months and less than 365 days, you can pay for it at the airport. Over 1 year, you must apply in advance, at least a minimum of 2 weeks before you leave, to get the ECC. Now, if you're of a death in the family or an emergency, I don't know what to do. I guess you should talk and plan accordingly, or leave the country before 1 year, right? There are other options as well to get, because I have to come here. The longest visa you can get is 2 months extension. But I have heard there is a long visa, but you can only apply for it in Manila. It's 6 months, and it is at the discretion of the Minister of Immigration or whatever. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know. I'm not going to bother doing that because I'm only staying 5 months. I might extend it to 6 months. I might extend 1 extra month here. It doesn't cost me anything to change my flight. It'll just cost me an extra $500-600. I think I'm probably going to end up staying an extra month. Because I always thought it was 6 months and I would have to apply for the ECC. But if I stay 5 months and 29 days, then I'm not going to have to pay that extra fee, which is about 1,000 pesos, which is about $20 at the airport. It's just to make sure that you don't have any criminal proceedings blocking you from leaving. I don't know how they do it at the airport quickly, but if you're here more than a year, it takes 2 weeks. Again, it's not my place to comment on that. You can figure it out yourself. It's their country. They can do whatever they want. I'm a guest. I'm going to do an in-depth review of visas at a later date because there is a lot of confusion between the retirement visa, the marriage visa, and the tourist visa. And I'll give you a heads up right now. If you are on a budget, the retirement visa is really expensive. From the initial setup costs to the investment, which does not earn you any interest. That is locked in for as long as you hold the visa. Like, let's pretend it's $15,000 US. You can't touch that for as long as you have the visa. You can't borrow against it. It is a secured deposit that you can never touch. Now, I'm going to research that, but that's what I've heard. I'm going to research that. So what are the pros and cons of a retirement visa versus a tourist visa? Now, I'm going to talk about marriage visas because I'm never getting married. I'm not even going to explore that option, but you guys can look those up. I'm going to just say one thing right now: never get married in the Philippines because there is no divorce in this country. And even if, as far as I understand, even if you're married to a Filipina, or Filipino if you're female, you cannot buy property in your name, even though you're married. So those are, I'm not going to, maybe I will explore that at a later date, but right now I'm not going to bother with that because it's not something I'm going to be interested in. Not for a long time, at least. Not in my opinion. I would rather pay the $50 a month, which is the average cost of a visa here, and just stay for 3 years. And then within the 3 years, I have to leave once and then reset all over again, right? So once you get past the 6 month, the visas become cheap. They become like $50 or $60 every 2 months. It's that first year where it's very expensive because you have to, they charge a lot more for the first 6 months, as well as the card. Now, when you renew that card, I don't know how much it costs to renew the card, but it lasts 1 year. As a tourist, I can stay 2 to 3 years. I'm not sure about the third year. I think you have to get permission for your third year, but definitely 1 to 3 years on a tourist visa. Then you go on vacation, you come back. They're not gonna ding you for visa runs, not here. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is the crackdown in Thailand right now. Bank accounts, buying and investing in a business, visas, fines for drinking alcohol. I mean, it's going crazy in Thailand. They're getting stricter and stricter and stricter. And the problem was they loosened up all the rules. All these people came in and started taking advantage of those loopholes. And now they're trying to tighten up, and like, there's huge problems in Thailand. So that's another reason why I don't want to go there, because even if you're legitimate, you're going to get caught up in that issue that they're having right now with all these visas and everything, all these problem people taking advantage of visas. So this is why so far I'm not having any problems with my Philippines visa. I'm following the rules, getting that we are at November 11, and I am now covered till January 30th. My plane ticket back is February 26th, which means I have an extra couple of days on the back end of my visa before it expires. And 90% I will extend for another month. 90% sure I'm going to extend for another month. Maybe two. Because going back to Sri Lanka, I'm going to come into the middle of rainy season, and that's just going to kill my mood. Anyway, guys, I'm headed over to the motorcycle shop to pay for my bike. I'm going to extend it another 10 days because my bike is still not ready, my big motorcycle. So we're going to head over there. Let me do a montage of me driving in the city. I don't think I'll do a voiceover because the voiceover has not been working well. So let's just do a musical montage of me driving to the motorcycle shop. We'll see you guys right after this.
Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammi here. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you're seeing, please think about subscribing and liking. Also, to help the channel get out in front of other people just like you, if you could comment, that will help the algorithm get it out there. And hit that bell icon so that you know when the next video is dropping. I truly appreciate that. If you want to sponsor me, scan the QR code right here, or click the link down below, buy me a coconut. Or if you are interested in life coaching, I offer that right here. Scan this QR code or click the link down below. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi, retire in Southeast Asia. We'll see you all on the other side.
Hey guys, so I'm here in right across from my house, from Mactan Newtown, at the LG Walk Mall at the Hangout Steakhouse. So I'm not going to have steak today. I'm just going to have some scallops and beef and rice. Just a little something to energize me before I go work out this afternoon. I'm going to do some laps in the pool as cardio. And I'm going to actually do a house tour. I have to work today too. Jeez, what time do I have to work? Let's not be late for work. I have 3.5 hours till I have to work. So I have time to relax and enjoy. So I finished at immigration. Like I said, I went back and asked a couple of quick questions. And here's the cool thing that the immigration officer said. First of all, that place was not busy. There was like 2 people, customers. And the immigration officer, when I was asking questions, like the most important thing she said, "Sir, do not listen to anything you hear online. Come and talk to us. We will tell you what to do." And that's like the truth. Like with anything, don't listen to people online. Don't even listen to me. I'm just telling you what I experienced, okay? So then you can like take it from there. Because there's so much confusion about visas that it's just like impossible. Even a visa consultant can't really, well, they should know, but everything changes so quickly. One thing you don't want to F around with are your visas. So the agent said, you can stay up to 3 years, renewing every 2 months. And once you pass 6 months, it becomes so easy. You can do it online. So my next extension, I'm going to try it online and see how that works. But I really don't want to, because how am I going to print out the piece of paper? Because I have to have that. I forgot to ask about that. Because like I said before, you have to have the receipt. And how do I pay? Can I pay by credit card? that could be a bonus. Because, see, I want to pay everything by credit card. Number one, I get points. Number two, I'm already bringing Korean money over here. So why should I do the exchange rate and the transfer rate when I can just pay the one-time credit card? Right? It just makes sense. And because I'm a premium member, they give me a good value on my exchange rate. So I don't have to exchange from Korean to US to Filipino pesos. It just doesn't, it just makes sense to pay by credit card. Now, the agent said your identity card expires every year. So when that card expires, it'll also be the same time as your visa expires, and you just renew them both at the same time. So I paid 9,700 pesos, which is about $180. It's a little bit more than what I thought I would pay. Again, I posted the picture, but there's an exchange rate difference as well. You know what? I'm not going to ever argue about what they charge me because I don't want them. They're the ones in charge of my visa. I'm not going to screw around. And here's a perfect example of not screwing around. I did not realize you cannot make a right turn on a red light here in the Philippines, especially, and there were signs at the intersection. I got pulled over by a traffic cop. He was standing there, he pulled me over. I go, me? And he says, yeah, come over here. So I pull over and he says, sir, you made a right turn on a red light there. You can't do that. I said, can't do that in the Philippines or just here? He says, no, all the Philippines. I said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And he asked for my driver's license and my international driver's license. So I showed it to, luckily I had it in my pocket and he's looking at it and he's like, I said, oh, that's all the Philippines. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm from Canada. We can do that in Canada. We can make a right turn on it. He said, sir, there's signs. I said, I'm very sorry. I wasn't paying attention to the signs. I was paying attention to the traffic. He says, yeah, it's because it's such a high traffic area. You can't make a right turn on a red there. I said, I'm very sorry. I won't do it again now that I know. And he's just being very friendly. He says, sir, do you mind if I give you a ticket? I said, absolutely. I said, I was a bad boy. I made a mistake, and this will teach me a lesson to never do this again. I'll remember next time. I said, but I'm very sorry. I will never do it again. And he's laughing, and we're joking around and being friendly and laughing. And he says, okay, sir, just please don't do it again and make sure to follow all the rules. I said, when I go home today, I'm going to look up all of the rules and make sure I follow them exactly. I don't want to get in any trouble. He says, thank you, sir. And I asked him his name. I gave him a fist bump, and all was good. And this is the thing. Like, if you don't feign stupidity, just, I'm sorry, admit your responsibility. And he has discretion. So what would have been like, maybe 1,000 peso fine? I didn't get away with it. It was an honest mistake. I really didn't know, but ignorance of the law is no excuse. All right. So that's why I say you need to talk to the people in charge of your visa to find out what you have to do, and make sure you just note everything. Like I said, keep those pieces of paper. If I didn't do that last time, how much trouble would I have been in when I was in Subic Bay? I didn't think about keeping those pieces of paper, but I did. Now I keep them in the passport, because when you get stopped, you have to show your visa stamp, because he asked for my visa stamp. I said, I just came today, sir. And then you have to have the proof of ownership of the vehicle. He says, is this yours? I go, no, sir, I'm renting. Do you have the paper? I goes, yes, sir, it's in the bike. I rented it just from over here. I'm just coming from the guy and I'm renting it from. I just paid him. I came from Visa and I came from motorcycle. I extended my motorcycle rental. Says, okay, sir, just be careful next time. I said, thank you so much. You guys have a great day and be safe. Drove away. So I'm here having a little quick lunch, simple lunch, no steak, just scallops and shredded beef with rice. Give me some energy for my workout. Guys, I'm sorry I couldn't do a ride. I didn't have my neck attachment. I didn't bring it with me. It wasn't in the bike. So I'll do another when I go around Cebu City, or when I go to pick up my bike next week. I'll definitely do a ride so you guys can see the city. Remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. Be good to each other, and Remember, we're not strangers, we're just friends. I'll see you guys all on the other side.